Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing this morning? I hope that your day is off to a wonderful, fantastic start. If it's your first time here, hi, my name's Carrington. Not your first time here, hi, welcome back. If you enjoy any and all things makeup related, you're definitely going to want to go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell so you're notified of all my future uploads. As well as if you would like to join this dumpster fire, not only here, but on Instagram, definitely go over, follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to post a lot more. This last week, the week before, I did not post anything anywhere on any social media. I was literally working like 10+ hour days trying to make sure I got my numbers for work. So now that I am at a new month and I can breathe a little bit, I'm now starting to film. So make sure you guys go follow me over on Instagram as well. But today, in today's video, we are going to be testing out some newer makeup, newer to me type makeup. So we have a few different things to test out. First off, I have these Huda Beauty color block little, what do you want to call it? Little 9 pans. That's what I was trying to think of. I was going to say quad, but I was like, I know these aren't quads. So you have like a blue, green one, and then like a orange, purple one. So I'm going to try to see if maybe we can combine the both of them. We have this from Makeup Revolution High Brow Gel with Cannabis Sativa. We'll see. Then we have the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. I feel like I've tried this, but it's also like still in the package. So then I'm like, I don't remember using up a whole tube of that. So maybe I didn't try that. I don't know. Then we're going to try out, I have a couple different options of these Revlon Colorstay Satin Ink. Never tried that. We have some Essence Plumping, Extreme Plumping like glosses. I really like their one that's not plumping. Love that. Then we definitely have like this Dior face and body foundation. I've heard so many people rave about this dang foundation. So finally I bit the bullet and I bought it. And we're going to try it out today. And then like the final things I have are just some cheek products. So I got a like a little Nars collection or whatever. So I've got the Laguna bronzer and the Orgasm blush. So we'll try those out. And then I have this Colourpop Super Shock highlighter in the shade Monster. So I'm very excited about this. So if you guys are excited to see what look we create, what I think of everything, then definitely keep on watching. Well, let's go ahead. Let's start off with the eyes. I've already primed my eyes using my Jaclyn Cosmetics eyeshadow primer. Love this eye primer so much. So we have these two color block quads. And I'm a little bit like, okay, what do I want to do? This is supposed to be like the green blue quad. I feel like we've got like more like a yellow and a purple. I don't know. I guess like green and yellow make blue. I don't know. But this one is like supposed to be like orange and purple. And I definitely see like more of like the orange and the purple in this. Not like a whole bunch of different colors. So I felt like maybe we could do a like a purple kind of look. So we could dip into each of these palettes. I thought that would be simple. Easy enough to do. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start off with this shade right here. I don't know if these have shade names. No, they don't. They don't have shade names. So I'm just going to take it on a brush. Actually, let me zoom you guys in. So we're just going to now just like start to go in with this light purple shade. It's definitely like a lavender, like a pastel. So this may need to be for sure built up. Yeah, it's gonna have to be built up. It's just the way it is. So how is everyone doing so far? Like, I feel like since I haven't filmed or really been on camera for like over a week, and I'm like missing out on what you guys are up to. What you guys are doing? Let me know. Okay, so I am in the middle of reading this series when I have time to read, which is usually like a little bit before bed. Like I'll just kind of sit there and read before I go to bed. Wow, the series that I am reading, when I tell you, it is probably one of the most intense, messed up books I have probably ever read. I can guarantee you that is, I read a lot of books in my life. Like A Child Called It. Y'all remember that book? Yeah. This, and the thing is, like, that was, like, awful, terrifying, because, like, that was also a true story. This one that I'm reading is not a true story, and I am just like, what is happening? What is going on right now? I don't even know what's going on. It is called Raised by a Killer. It comes in like 7 parts, and each book is really easy to finish. The font is big, the pages aren't overly, so in each book has a like 150 pages or less in each. So, I mean, it's really easy. Like, you could just, like, I can usually finish one in like 2 hours. So 2 hours before bed, like, I'll start reading around 7 and like finish around 9. Sometime maybe like closer to 10, but it's not very hard to like just like finish the book. But you guys, wow, I have I don't want to like tell you guys like what it's like to ruin it, and I will be doing like a book ranking, like ranking the last 10 books that I read. Okay, now here's the part where I'm just trying to figure out like what I want to do, like what's the next color we're going in with. Yeah, okay. I guess we'll go into this shade right here. I'm just going to keep it on the same brush, the center shade. So basically it's about this dad who is a single father, and he is a serial killer. And it starts like each book is based on like a year, like however old she is. So the very first book is like age 4, then it goes to like age 10. Then I want to say like 16, 17, 18, 20, and 22, I think is maybe how it's broken up. I'm not 100% for sure. I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyways, I'm on to where she's like 18. But like at first, like it just kind of like talked about like how like her dad was like, trying to make sure that like she wouldn't tell other people, and she would get like these horrible punishments. And so yeah, that just trigger warning, there's like talk of like child abuse in the book, animal abuse, murdering people, stuff like that. So yeah, wow. And basically like each book goes through like whenever she's at whatever age, it kind of goes through like what she's thinking about like at that time, like when something's happening. And honestly, like when I'm sitting here thinking about like my thoughts I would have had as a kid, I'm just kind of sitting here like I probably would have thought the exact same thing at that age. Like, just thinking of myself like just at that age. And it's just very, I kind of like that aspect of it where it's not like about the serial killer, it's more about like talking about like her. So, and like how she views things. But oh man, it is a lot. And then it kind of like talks about how like she rebels over time. And I will say one of the books, because I'm on book 5 or 6 now, I think I'm on like 5 or 6, like talking about now just like she's like trying to rebel. But anyways, book like 3 and 4, I was just kind of like I doubtful, but okay, doubtful that this is actually what like a thing that would ever happen. But okay, maybe. Now for the outer corner, I guess I'm gonna go into this palette with this like a little shade right here. And we will just pack that on the outer corner. So yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. I cannot wait until I do my ranking the last 10 books that I've read. I have read, so this has like 7 books in it. So like that'll be included. All 7 will be included. And then I've read 3 other books. So I can't wait to like do that for you guys and like talk about that book, that series. It is just like a like what is happening right now kind of a series. Good, but also just like what is happening. What kind of books do you guys like to read, or are you guys like not big into reading? Let me know all of that. What's your genre? I personally really like psychological like thrillers, books that like you never really saw the ending coming. Jodi Picoult's one of my favorite authors, probably ever. Her books are so good. So I really do enjoy that. Enjoy her. So those are some of my favorite true crime books. They're really good. Here we go. I don't know. I think that could be really pretty. Alright, well, let's just try it out. See what happens. Is this more of a topperish type shade? Is that what this is? Okay. I feel like that could be really pretty, but I can't really get it to show up. Okay, well. You know, I'm not gonna lie. These are a little bit lackluster. So now that I've got my eyes finished off, face primed, we're now gonna go into the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I have the lightest shade. We'll see. Maybe that might be an okay shade now. I don't know. Ooh, no. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I don't think that's a match. I don't think that's a match. Dang. Okay. Well, let's just blend this out for right now. Maybe blending it out will help. Maybe not. But maybe. I don't know. What is happening? Underneath my chin? It's not setting, it's not meshing well with whatever. Oh my gosh. This is not the shade for me. Wow, this is definitely a little bit too dark for me. It does provide good coverage though. Like, I'll at least give it that. Like, it provides a decent amount. Like, it's not too heavy, not, you know, super light either. It's a decent coverage. This color is not for me. Okay, so now for concealer, we have the Tarte Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Double Duty Beauty. Mine is in Fair. I honestly don't think I've ever used this. I know this is an older product, but oh wow, that really is a creamy. It is creamy. Wow. Okay. So this is blending out fairly well. Provides good coverage. I feel like it doesn't make my lines or dark circles or anything like that. It covers my dark circles. Doesn't overly emphasize my lines. I will say though, it's not like as hydrating as like my ABH or my LYS, which are my favorites. But I will say this is a nice like option besides just like the actual Shape Tape. Especially if you have really dry under eye options and you want something a little bit more full coverage. Because the ABH and the LYS are a little bit more like of that medium coverage. This is definitely more full, but again, it's not like as hydrating as the others. So we are back, so we can start using some of the powder products. So first off, we have this from Nars. This is the Laguna bronzer. I'm not gonna lie, I have not tried like a ton from Nars. I know these are like staples, like the Nars, Laguna, and Orgasm are like, you know, staples, but I have never tried them. So I got like this. I ordered something and I got like a free gift. I don't know. This is what I got. Oh, look how little this is. How cute. And just start stippling it on right over powders, over the cream products. Next up is we have the Nars Orgasm blush. Yeah. I mean, I don't think the Laguna was like too intensely dark. I did have to go in with like a light hand. I will say if they had a lighter option, I think that would be better for me than necessarily this. But not the end of the world. I'm trying to get out this little blush. Took me forever. Okay, so then we have the Nars Orgasm blush. Okay, so it's like a pink with some like gold shifts. Interesting. I'm just gonna take a little bit on my blush brush and just start swiping it on there. Well, that really did just like brighten up the cheeks, didn't it? Even with just like a little bit. Dang. Okay, sang. We have a Super Shock highlighter. Now I do really enjoy these a whole lot. Like I love Super Shock highlighters. And so I got this in the shade Monster, which I had not heard of before. It's kind of got like a pink. Is this like a pink shift maybe? I don't know, but I love how just like nice and creamy they are. It's like my favorite part. Oh, I think this does have like a little bit of like a pinky shift to it. I love just how like easy it just like glides on. It's a good product. All right, so we need to do the lower lash line. I think I'm just going to honestly copy exactly what I did up on the top part of my eye. So I'm just taking that lightest like lavender type shade. It's gonna take me a minute, but we're just like bringing it down and around town. Bring it around town. All right, so then we'll go into that top purpley type shade, and we will focus that not as low down in the eye socket, but not just solely up against the lash line either. If that makes any sense to anyone. For the outer corner, we'll go into this deep dark shade right here and just smoke that on the outer third and just right up to that lower lash line, like just right up to it. Alright, so now we're going to move on into the lips. So for lips, I have these Revlon Colorstay Satin Ink lip options. So first, let's swatch. We have, I don't know if any of these are going to go truthfully, so we may have to do another lip option. I don't know. Okay, so we have this right here is called Your Go-To, which is this right here. I feel like that's like maybe a little bit too brown. The next is called Black Cherry. Let's see. I don't like that either. I actually found another one. This is in the shade Partner in Crime. I'm hoping this will work. Like, come on. Give me something to work with. That might actually be good. Okay, so we've got this, Your Partner in Crime. All right. I just discovered these at, like, where did I discover these at? Ulta, I think. I was at Ulta. And so I decided to pick some up. So let's see. Okay. Okay, interesting. It feels and looks kind of like a gloss. And I got glosses to try, but maybe we won't need them. I don't know. It's like very slippery. It doesn't want to stay like in place. First and foremost, let me just say this. I literally forgot all about this brow gel. Forgot all about it. Did not even use it. Okay, in terms of the lips, like it is starting to set down. It is not quite as matte as you would think, but it does kind of have a little bit of satinness to it. So I have like these lip glosses. These are the Essence Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss. I think I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is called, does it have a shade name? Maybe it doesn't. I don't know if they do. Oh, yes. Well, I don't know. Okay, so this one is Flower Blossom. This one doesn't say. Does not say at all. No. Peach Please. It's not in the same spot on each one. So Peach Please is this one. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. Oh, yeah. There we go. Change the color eyelid pattern. Okay, that's fine. Does this smell like peach? Alright, so here is the completed and final look. What do you guys think of the end result? We definitely got there. Took us a minute. It did, but we got there. So let's go ahead, let's dive on into these products, kind of talk about my final thoughts by ranking them, my favorite thing to do. So let's go ahead and let's start. This is the part where it's kind of hard because I don't necessarily hate any of these products. But okay, so let's go ahead, let's go, and I'm going to do this as my least favorite. I know. I just think that the shade match is just a little bit off to me. I don't care for it. And then it's just not playing well on my like chin and like neck. So I don't know. Like I just thought that was interesting. I didn't have any issues on my face. Like I still don't have any issues on my face. Like my face looks really good, really nice, not like thick or anything. You only need a little bit of this. But just being the shade match off, and this is the lightest shade that they offer. That being off, this is like 0C, right? That being just like a little bit too dark for me is a little bit disappointing. As well as it just, my neck is literally just like flaking and I'm just like, okay. All right. So that's probably why that would be ranked where it is. Okay. So next up is probably going to be this like Colourpop Super Shock. I think that it's nice. I think it's really pretty. I just didn't realize, I think this would be good for like a like pinkish type look. You know, I don't overly like hate it or anything. I think it blends in with the blush nicely. It's just like for today's look, I don't know. Okay. You know what? This is like, this ranking is really hard because these products I really didn't really have like a huge issue with. I don't know. I guess maybe it was just like a little bit like too lit from within. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting with this. I feel like in my brain I had like a different idea going in my head. And what I got was just different. So maybe that's just like where the disappointment lies for me. I don't know. I don't think it's a bad product. I think it's a good product. Next up, these two are just going to go together. The little Nars things, the blush and the bronzer. I think the bronzer, you know, I have to definitely go in with like a very light hand. It can get real intense, real quick. But I was able to easily just like take it down a notch. No problems, no issues. And then the blush was really nice as well. That also gives like a little bit of like a nice glow as well. So I thought that was pretty. I don't mind them at all. I do think they're just like a little bit more intense and maybe a little bit deeper than like what I would need for my complexion. Just saying. Okay, next up is probably going to be these color blocks. Okay, hear me out. I think the mattes were really good. Like I got a really good, like even with like that pastel shade, I feel like I was able to really just like build it up. It was great. I didn't have any issues. I didn't have any patchiness. I didn't have any skipping. Like the mattes were really, really good, at least for the mattes that I tried. The shimmers were just very lackluster. To get to this type of like pigmentation, I had to layer and layer and layer. I am talking layers upon layers to get it to this point. And I just don't want to have to do all of that. Like I don't want to have to put so many layers on top of layers. Like I want that intensity. And I tried using two different shimmers, two different of the blue shimmers, and it was just still just like so much layering. I was just like, okay, that was a little bit disappointing. Next up is going to be these Revlon Colorstay Satin Ink. I don't mind these. I think these are fairly decent. They're definitely not matte. And when they first go on, I'm nervous that they're like, I was like, oh, these are not going to set down. This is not going to be good. They do set down. They do set down to more of like a satin, so it is more of like a comfortable matte. I personally enjoy that. I did get a couple color options, so definitely want to play around with the other colors more. I did Partner in Crime today, but I'm kind of intrigued to see the other ones. Next up is probably going to be like this Tarte Shape Tape. So I really liked that. I feel like it was a really good full coverage without it being super drying or cakey. Like I still think that my under eyes look really, really good. I feel like it covered up my dark circles really well. And it wasn't just like as drying as like the Shape Tape. So I really do like that option where I do have a more full coverage option if I were to need that, which sometimes I do, without it just being so overly drying like a lot of full coverage ones do. Now we're on to my number one product, these little Essence. Okay, these things are literally like $2 or $3 at Ulta, and they frequently go on sale. These are so good. The shine, like it just has like such good shine. And the part that like blows me away is like, yes, I have like the good, like the shine, but it's almost like I feel like there's nothing on my lips. They do have like different formulas. So they have like the Mega Maximum Volume, which I feel like they call it that because like it's so like juicy and thick that it just looks like your lips are bigger. And then for the Extreme Plumping one, since I've been here putting this on, I can feel a little bit of a tingle. I don't feel like it's anything extreme, make it uncomfortable, but my lips look, it feels like there's nothing on them. Like they're just so, but it's like so high shine. I feel like the Essence lip gloss formula does not get the hype that it deserves. It 1000% gets all the hype that it deserves because it is such a good formula. So that is it for today's video. I hope that you all enjoyed. If you did, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Click the little bell to be notified of all my future uploads, and you can join this dumpster fire. Make sure you go follow me over on Instagram. I'm trying to post over there a lot more, so make sure you guys go and join me. I hope that you all enjoyed. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.